What's happening, YouTube? Jonathan Pariente, the Execution 10 here, coming at you guys with another video. Want to ask you guys to please continue to check and subscribe to my channel for more YouTube videos. And I know it's been a little while since I posted a video, but I think it's time we post one here today. Because the baseball playoffs begin. The postseason. The road to the World Series. And we begin with the American League wild card game, which will be held literally later on in today, 8:08 Fenway Park, New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox. For the Yankees, this is a really incredible, what I call it, a rickety bridge over a boiling lake of lava story. This Yankees team gave many of us heart attacks this year. Maybe raised our blood pressure a little bit. Maybe gave us a feeling of uneasiness. And you know what? Not wrong. This Yankees team played some of the most inconsistent baseball I think any baseball team's ever played. Yankees went on streaks where they were barely able to get 3-4 hits in a game. They went on streaks where their starting pitching couldn't go more than 5 innings. And then there were streaks where the Yankees simply couldn't finish a game when they had a lead going into the 9th inning. The Yankees blew at least 10 games just in the 9th inning alone this year. Isn't that crazy? Aroldis Chapman couldn't throw strikes for a while, just looked lost. Yankees had to take him out of the closer's role for a little while till he earned it back. Giancarlo Stanton couldn't hit for half the chunk of the year, then turned it on in the second half. I was one of many that thought the Yankees were not going to be here. If you want to listen to my rant via my podcast, Downtown Sports, the final testament of the 2021 Yankees, where I basically was writing off the Yankees about a good month ago. Figured the way they were playing, they were not going to make it. And honestly, from what I had seen, how could they make it? But give them credit where it's due. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo, they've stepped up. Some of the other Yankees, Gardner, Urshela, even if Blake Glaber has stepped up a little bit. You've seen now maybe a little bit of hope that this Yankee team could go on a nice run. Maybe. But it's going to start in Boston. A team that the Yankees know all too well. Particularly the last number of years the Yankees have played the Red Sox, there's been a lot of pain. Blowing a 3-0 lead in 2004 in the ALCS. And then getting humiliated in 4 games in the American League Division Series in 2018. I know the Yanks haven't forgotten that. And they're going to face the very man on the mound that eliminated them in 2018, Nathan Eovaldi. And how ironic, this guy was a former Yankee, but he couldn't cut it in New York, got injured. Goes to Tampa for a while, then during the season he gets traded, trade deadline, he goes to Boston, and he became a whole different pitcher. Maybe what the Yankees thought he would be. He went on to win a World Series. Yankees had to watch from home. Yankees will counter in this game with Gerrit Cole, their top pitcher, but he has had a run of rough luck in September. Ever since Spider Tack, has Gerrit Cole been the same pitcher? For most people would probably say, no, he hasn't. He's had some good starts thrown in there. He had that 9-inning complete game against Houston, 1-0, 129 pitches. He was coming off, though, a very bad outing to finish off the regular season against Toronto. He was also coming off a hamstring injury in his previous start before that one against Toronto. So you wonder what Gerrit Cole are the Yanks going to have. Will this be the sharp Garrett Cole that will give them 7, 8 innings where they really need him to give him that? We have to see. It's in Fenway. It's not been the Yankees' friend at times. Yanks are going to be a little short-handed. DJ LeMahieu on the IL. Unless he can come back by the ALCS, but the Yankees, I don't even know if they get there. I don't even know if they get past the wild card game yet. I'm hoping they do. But the road is going to be a challenging one. The winner of the wild card game will take on the Tampa Bay Rays. So even if the Yankees somehow get past Boston, do they get past Tampa? That's very up in the air. Now, if things line up for the Yankees the way I hope it could line up, maybe the Yankees go through every team that eliminated them the last 5 years. 2017, Yankees got eliminated by Houston, as well as in 2019. 2018, Yankees got eliminated by Boston. Last year, Yankees got eliminated by the Rays in the shortened 60-game season. Yankees, if everything lines up, and only if it lines up, could face all 3 of these teams. Possibly, very possibly, if they get there. And again, nothing is set in stone. The wild card game will determine exactly what happens. It'd be quite a run. I hope the Yankees maybe could use this road game as a way of not having as much pressure on them. You imagine if they had hosted the wild card game, all the pressure would have been on the Yankees. I think more of it's on Boston because they're going to be hosting. The Yankees seem to have of late been doing better on the road than at home. Well, we'll know. We'll know exactly where the Yankees are going tomorrow. We're going to see without LeMahieu in the lineup and Luke Voigt on the 60-day IL, out for the year basically for him, we're going to see the young kids. We're going to probably see Tyler Wade. We're going to see Andrew Velasquez, the kid from the Bronx. I want to see the youth and excitement. I want to see the Yanks play some fundamental small baseball. These were the guys that can help you do that. Urshela we have to see about he made that tumbling catch in the dugout. I'm amazed he even came back from that. He did leave the game eventually. But I'm amazed Urshela was even able to get back on his feet after making that tumble into the dugout. So I'll wrap it up with this. If the Yanks are going to win this game against Eovaldi and the Red Sox, the Yankees have to strike first. And I think the key will be get to Eovaldi in the first inning. That's usually when you want to get to the starter is early. Once they settle in, any chance of you getting back goes out the window. Garrett Cole himself is going to have a clean first inning as well. And he's going to have to not make the mistakes with his fastball that he did against Toronto. And Boston's had his number this year. He did have a win against them at Fenway towards the end of the year that helped the Yankees sweep Boston, yes. But Cole's going to have to be even better than that to get past this dangerous power-hitting lineup the Red Sox feature. And up and down, their lineup is dangerous. So for the Yankees, the road begins. The wild card game. 8:08. TBS. Yankees Red Sox. Postseason has now begun. Jonathan Pariente, The Execution 10, saying bye for now.